What's happening, Scope fam? The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we. Get ready for a rapid-fire update on the stories that are making waves right now. From international controversies to deeply personal revelations, we're breaking it all down. You do not want to miss this. First up, a major city is grappling with a controversial booking, sparking a massive public outcry. We've got the details on the petition that's gaining serious traction and the official response. Then, we're diving into a new documentary that promises to spill the tea on one of Hollywood's most talked about marriages, and it's not coming from the usual suspects. Plus, we're tracking the latest developments in a high-profile legal battle and uncovering surprising new alliances. Stick around, you won't want to miss a single second. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on. Let's get into it. A city says no, the Prague controversy. Prague is currently at the center of a significant public debate following a petition against a potential performance by the artist Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. The petition, which has garnered thousands of signatures, expresses strong opposition to the rapper performing in the Czech capital, with the mayor of Prague, Bohuslav Svoboda, publicly agreeing with the sentiment and stating that the city will not support such an event on municipal property. This situation arose after the hip-hop festival Rubicon, originally scheduled for mid-July near Bratislava, was unexpectedly cancelled shortly before its commencement. The festival's lineup had already generated considerable attention, particularly due to the inclusion of Ye, a globally recognized but often controversial figure in the music industry. Following the cancellation, the festival's organizer, Hugo Varga, indicated that Ye's concert might be rescheduled and relocated to Prague in September. Reports from Slovak media on August 12th suggested this relocation to Prague was indeed planned, though specific details remained unconfirmed. He has maintained a prominent presence in music for 3 decades, marked by both commercial success and critical acclaim. He is celebrated as one of the world's best-selling artists, boasting 160 million records sold and 24 Grammy Awards. However, his public persona has been frequently overshadowed by controversial political and social statements, particularly intensifying since 2022. He has made public declarations identifying himself as an anti-Semite, a Nazi, and a racist, primarily through his activity on the X social network. This pattern of controversial expression includes the release of a song titled Heil Hitler in May, which was subsequently removed from major streaming platforms. Following this, he was denied entry into Australia, with the government citing his song and public denial of the Holocaust as reasons for the ban. In response to the potential relocation of Ye's concert to Prague, a new petition was initiated in the Czech Republic. As of August 19th, it had accumulated 14,699 signatures. Notable signatories include filmmaker and journalist Apolna Rychliková, influencer Johanna Baslerová, and Johanna Nejedlová, director of the Consent organization. Nejedlová, one of the petition's founders, explained her motivation. Kanye West has long expressed admiration for Adolf Hitler, relativized Nazi crimes, released the song Heil Hitler. And so it seemed to us that, especially as a state that has experience with the Nazi occupation, we should come together and say that Prague is simply not a place to celebrate Hitler. The petition's text explicitly states, "Our capital must not provide a platform for the promotion of hatred and ideologies that have led to millions of human tragedies. As residents of the Czech Republic, we have prepared this open letter to the mayor and members of the Prague Council." It urges the city's leadership to officially oppose the proposed performance. Mayor Bohuslav Svoboda provided his stance to the server Praha.cz, stating, "The city can only decide on its own properties in the management of culture, and such an event will not receive support there." He aligns himself with Deputy Minister for Culture Jiří Pospíšil, who declared on Facebook his strong opposition to Ye performing in Prague, emphasizing that a person who does not hide his admiration for Hitler has no business in Prague. Consequently, Prague City Hall intends to refrain from facilitating any performance by Ye. However, if the event is confirmed to take place on private property rather than municipal land, it might still proceed. This controversy is far from over. Next, we're getting an unprecedented look into a famous marriage through a new documentary. Intimate Glimpse, a new documentary on a famous marriage. A forthcoming documentary, titled In Whose Name, is set to unveil intimate details surrounding the marriage and subsequent divorce of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. The film, which has been in production for 6 years, aims to provide viewers with an unfiltered perspective on the couple's highly publicized relationship, capturing what are described as their most private moments. The documentary is reportedly compiled from an extensive archive of over 3,000 hours of footage. This material was gathered by filmmaker Nico Ballesteros, who maintained close access to the couple throughout the years, filming West for approximately 15 hours each day. The footage is characterized as offering the most intimate look yet at the couple's life together, including scenes of arguments, candid discussions about West's mental health challenges, and the eventual dissolution of their marriage. Ballesteros, who began filming the project at the young age of 18, described his unique access to The Hollywood Reporter. He explained that West provided him with unfettered access to his life, breakdowns, and inner circle. Ballesteros shared his personal perspective on the filming process. For a shy kid, the camera became both a shield and a window, a way to channel my introspection while still engaging with the world. He further elaborated on his connection with West, noting, "Ye has always had someone filming him too, a lens between him and the noise. Maybe that's why we understood each other without saying much. I was able to fade into the background, stay present, the camera always rolling, catching moments outside the public performance." The release of this documentary comes at a time when discussions surrounding Ye's public persona and past actions continue. His history includes controversial statements and actions, particularly those that have drawn accusations of antisemitism and the promotion of hate speech, leading to significant backlash and consequences, such as being denied entry into Australia. The film's impending release also touches upon the broader narrative of celebrity relationships and the public's fascination with the private lives of influential figures. The documentary promises a deep dive into the complexities of a marriage that captivated global attention, offering insights that go beyond the typical media coverage. The documentary, In Whose Name, is slated for release on September 19th, offering a unique perspective on a chapter of celebrity life that has long been a subject of public interest and speculation. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're also looking at how past controversies are shaping current events and legal decisions. Prague rejects Ye, deepening antisemitism concerns. In the Czech Republic, city officials in Prague have actively opposed a potential concert by the artist Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, following the cancellation of a July show in Slovakia. Mayor Bohuslav Svoboda has stated that the city would not grant permission for the rapper to perform, citing a firm stance against antisemitism and the glorification of Nazism. "There is no request to organize such a concert, and if we were asked, we would not approve it," Mayor Svoboda told HeyFOMO, CZ. He emphasized that there is no room for antisemitism in Prague. Deputy Mayor Jiří Pospíšil echoed these sentiments, declaring that the city is not the place to celebrate Nazism and that he is strongly against Kanye West performing in Prague. Pospíšil highlighted the Czech Republic's historical experience with Nazi occupation, stating, "We experienced firsthand the horrors of the Second World War, and we must not give room to people who glorify these crimes." A petition and open letter addressed to Mayor Svoboda, launched on a Wednesday, has garnered over 14,000 signatures. The letter criticizes Ye for allegedly abusing his media influence to normalize the language and symbols of the evil of war, which Europe, including the Czech Republic, has long rejected. It argues that allowing Ye to perform in Prague would be unacceptable, not for his musical expression, but for his dangerous public attitudes that are in direct conflict with European historical memory and democratic values. The petitioners also raised concerns about potential security risks, suggesting that such an event could attract radical and extremist groups. They pointed to the legitimate worry of Nazi symbolism, violent behavior, or the spread of ideologies that are incompatible with democratic societies and potentially criminal in the Czech Republic. The petition further suggested that a performance could violate Czech law, specifically statutes prohibiting movements aimed at suppressing human rights and freedoms, including the use of symbols and expressions of sympathy. The signatories of the letter include a diverse group of professionals, such as nonprofit leaders, lawyers, human rights experts, artists, attorneys, journalists, and scholars. Their collective action reflects a broad societal concern regarding the messages he has conveyed. These developments occur against a backdrop of rising anti-Semitic incidents in the Czech Republic. According to the European Jewish Congress, Czech police investigated 40% more anti-Semitic hate crimes in 2024 compared to 2023, with 30 reported incidents of hate speech. Czech police spokesperson Ondřej Moravčík noted the increase, stating, "In 2022, we dealt with 23 cases of anti-Semitic hate speech, 18 in 2023, and 30 in 2024. The Federation of Jewish Communities in the Czech Republic (FJO) documented 4,328 anti-Semitic incidents in 2023, a significant 90% increase from the 2,277 incidents recorded in 2022. The FJO attributed this rise partly to an insufficient reporting of hate crimes due to stigma or distrust in institutions. Globally, he has faced similar consequences for his controversial statements and actions. In July, Australia's Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke announced the cancellation of Ye's visa, preventing him from visiting Australia, citing concerns about importing bigotry. "We have enough problems in this country already without deliberately importing bigotry," Burke stated. Meanwhile, the documentary In Whose Name, which features Ye, is set to be released on September 19th. Director Nico Ballesteros began filming 6 years prior, gaining extensive access to his life. And in surprising personal news, a significant figure is reportedly seeking advice from an unexpected source. Unexpected alliance. Bianca Censori seeks Kim Kardashian's counsel. Bianca Censori, the wife of rapper Ye, formerly Kanye West, has reportedly reached out to Kim Kardashian for advice amidst reported strains in her marriage. Sources close to the situation suggest that Censori has confided in Kardashian about marital difficulties and sought her guidance on managing West's unpredictable behavior. Censori married West in 2022, several months after Kardashian finalized her divorce from the rapper. Initially, the relationship between Censori and Kardashian was described as tense, with reports indicating clashes over Censori's style and perceived imitation of Kardashian's fashion choices. However, a source told Heat World that Bianca has always had the utmost respect towards Kim, even if they've clashed in the past over how she dressed in front of the kids and the way she's shamelessly copycatted her style. Over time, the dynamic between the two women appears to have softened. According to the same insider, Kim has no big beef with Bianca now, and she's grateful they've managed to compromise on some of the issues that were causing tension. Censori's adjustments to her wardrobe choices are also cited as a factor in improving their relationship. Recent reports indicate that Censori and Kardashian met for coffee, during which Censori allegedly shared her marital struggles with West. The insider claims that Censori asked for tips about how to calm him down and offered to play peacemaker between Kim and Kanye so they can hopefully figure out a more respectful and less chaotic co-parenting dynamic. This development follows persistent speculation about the stability of West and Censori's marriage. In April, West released a track titled Bianca, which fueled further questions about their relationship. The lyrics of the song alluded to Censori's potential departure and her frustration with his public rants, with lines like, "Bianca, I just want you to come back to me, don't know what I did to make you mad." And, "She's having a panic attack, and she is not liking the way that I tweeted." Despite the ongoing speculation and reported marital issues, West and Censori have been observed together on several trips in recent months. Insiders suggest that if Censori decides to end the marriage, she plans to seek support from Kardashian. Kardashian and West share 4 children, and sources indicate that Censori is keen on reducing tension within the family structure, even offering to mediate between West and Kardashian for a more harmonious co-parenting arrangement. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. But don't go anywhere, we've got a quick recap coming right up. All right, Scope fam, That's all the breaking news you need to know. Prague is pushing back against a controversial booking. A new documentary is set to expose intimate details of a famous marriage. And in a surprising twist, Bianca Censori is reportedly seeking advice from Kim Kardashian. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Kanye Scope for all your essential updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat, drop a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our socials. We'll see you next time.